Hello guys, so I decided to make another Wiccan findings. I swear to God I'm going to have a huge series about this Wiccan findings, but I ordered stuff off Amazon, and I literally ordered it probably like September 27th and got all my books before October 2nd, and October 2nd was the due date for them to start arriving between October 2nd to October 22nd, and I got them all like literally almost within like 2 days from each other. Anyways, let me show them. So I've been getting into Scott Cunningham all over again. First guy I fell in love with book-wise, and now I'm getting back to him again. And so I got this magical aromatherapy, and the thing is that I had to get this, and I wonder why. How come I never bought it? I had to get it because I'm really big on scent, like incense, oils, cooking up a potion, the smell, the steam off of it, the smell. I'm really big on it. I'm really big on musky to sweetness. I really don't like hearty smell, like cumin smells or something like that, like stuff that's very hearty and stuff like that. I really like sweet to musky, something very calming effect to me, or uplifting, nothing too like down to earth type of thing. Anyways, Power Scent by Scott Cunningham, awesome book. I only got it for like $4, a penny plus shipping honey is like $3.99 when originally $6. Ha, sweet. I don't know if you remember in my previous videos about stones and whatnot that I was really never big on stone magics, gems and crystals and stuff like that. Not really big on them. I never got into it because of just never found it interesting. So I thought if I just educate myself, force myself to get into it, and of course Cunningham's encyclopedias are not, well, you can read the whole thing if you want to. But it's really, you read like the first 4 or 5 chapters, the rest is just like a reference book to scan through. But honestly, I have to get into it. I have to study about it, at least somewhat, get my ass onto it. But yeah, and just I enjoyed it so far. I looked up whatever stones I had, and whatever, like, there's a couple stones I couldn't figure out. So the cool part about it is that they have, 16, I think it's 16 color pages of, you can take your stone and be like, oh, so this is a moonstone kind of thing. So I thought that was really interesting, and never actually, out of all my years of practicing, this is one of Scott Cunningham book I've never actually picked up and looked, because I was like, crystal, gems, and metals, not really into it. So I finally just bought it, and so far I'm reading it, and so far the really, besides the whole lore, the really interesting part in this book is this, is this section, stone tarots. And I thought that's so cool because it makes me, when I was reading it, it made me feel like ruins meet tarot cards. Ruins being like stones, and tarot cards being somewhat like ruins, but totally completely different. But still, it felt like the clashing of it, and I was like, whoa, this is breathtaking. So that was the chapter. It was very breathtaking. The Simply series, I don't know if anyone actually ever read any of the Simply series. They have Simply Palmistry. They have Simple Palm, I think it was called. I think, or I could be wrong. They have Simple Tarot. They have Simple Wicca. They have like a series of awesome books, and it's like really simple to read. They even give great pictures in here, and the pages are all glossy. Awesome. I love reading this book. This is one of the first books I read when I was starting tarot cards, about roughly like 11 years ago. So this is one of the books I looked at the library, and I read, and I got, wow, these writer's deck is, I like the artwork. It's very bold, like, to me. I think it's more bold than most tarot decks I came across. Besides the thought deck is too modern and too much. Never really got into that deck. That deck I really kind of dislike a little. But yeah, and then I got Tarot Made Easy because I'm completely retarded. But the good thing is that me, when I first started with the tarot cards, this book was, well, first of all, look how thick it is. It's very on-taking for a beginner, and it's very, like, oh, I have to remember all this and different type of, like, houses and different type of structure of the card. I'm like, oh my god, this is overwhelming. But now, since I am familiar with the cards really well, this is a good reference book to go back and kind of sharpen certain corners of the tarot that I'm like really dull at. But yeah, it's a good book. And then I decided to get this. This is one of the books that I always check at the library in reference to. There's this one in the spell book, and I thought I had to get this one. It was only like $5.36 online. It was really cheap. I had to get it. It's very informal on the basics forms of Wicca, basically, and nothing too far in advance to, like, okay, I already know about the Sabbats, I already know about, you know, the moons, I already know about this, but it's kind of, you know, it's nice to go back to the beginning, to square one again, and, like, review what, you know, oh wow, I didn't know about, you know, this invocation, or oh wow, I didn't know it. So it's kind of cool to kind of go back to square one. I don't know if I ever showed this book before. Now, this book I've been hunting for online, and every time I purchase it online, and whenever I get a chance to purchase online, the seller says usually it's out of it, or they're asking for a ridiculous price of like $30 for a simple small book. I have no clue. It just changes too much on me. And I found it at the thrift store for 96 cents. Originally, oh, where is it? Well, here's a Canada price, $1.50. So probably a good $1 or so here in USA. And all in the stars. This is gonna be like really interesting, because this book is really interesting as of all things. It tells you the basic form of, like, right here, Cancer. I think you can see it. It tells you what the tendencies and stuff like that. It tells you the basic form of it, and then it tells you in forms of, if you have, you know, as a Cancer child, or if you have a child of a Cancer, or a child that is a Cancer, sorry. It tells you the personality traits of them, as well as a wife, a husband, and if you're on the cusp of a Cancer, like you're kind of in between, and there's two signs that you're clashed between two, which I feel sorry for them, because when they try to look at their newspaper and try to read their zodiac, or their horoscopes, it kind of, you know, totally turns them around. But it tells you also, not only that, I thought this is more amazing than other astrology books that I come across, is that it tells you the date. Let's just say if you were born, you know, July 2nd, it tells you what you are compared to the other Cancerians. I thought that was very interesting to have. It's a basically thumb-through book. Nothing really strong chapters in here. It's more just you thumb through it, read what you are, or read whoever you are, or your friends are. It's kind of very socialite book too. But anyways, it's All in the Stars by Zoller. It's a really amazing book. I advise anyone who's studying astrology or beginning to study it, totally pick it up. Besides this, besides the self-help books, I call them, I recently picked this book up, or my boyfriend recently bought it for me. It's called Witchcraft. It's just a totally story about an evil witch, and she found a white witch. It's black witches versus white witches, and they found each other. And the black witch wants the white witch's daughter, descendant of the white witch's line, and she's gonna kill her for great power. You know, the whole entertainment business. But I thought maybe someone should check it out. Like, at least read some of it, because it's very, very interesting so far. It's called Witchcraft. The Hour of Evil is Upon Us. It's by Bill Michaels. Totally awesome author. Very simple, direct type of storytelling and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, thought I'd show you Wiccan Findings blah blah blah, whatever the number. Anyways, blessed be.